Hello and welcome to, well, hang on, Friday's second edition of Cracking the Cryptic. I knew it was the second edition, I had to get the day right. Second edition because there was a crossword video earlier on for anyone interested in cryptic crosswords. Really cool puzzle today by Jason Crampton, a friend of mine. Anyway, that's not what we're doing in this video. In this video, we are having, well, we've got another puzzle by the Turkish phenom, Can Erturan, who constructs under the pseudonym Kane Puzzles. It's called Another Mismatch, and it's the sequel to a beautiful, beautiful puzzle that I did on the channel about a month ago. And this one, the testers say, is even better than that one. So I'm looking forward to having a go at it. Can is now 17 years old, if I'm not mistaken, and has been gradually improving at the World Sudoku Championship to the point where I'm pretty sure he's been top 10 the last couple of years. Incredible, an incredible brain. He's been setting on the channel, I want to say, since he was about 12 years old. It's absolutely incredible. Look, when we do this puzzle, you will just go, how can somebody so young set something this brilliant? I'm sure it'll be the case. He is just particularly gifted when it comes to numbers. And this one's got 3 stars out of 5 for difficulty. So do have a go at it if you can find the time. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good one. The testers, anyway, 2 of the testers said this is just incredible. Now, what else can I tell you about? I've told you about the crossword video. Well, it's the first of the month, isn't it? Yeah, it's the 1st of August. Oh, in fact, it is now 3:58 in the afternoon. That is the exact time that I'm recording this video. And that means in 2 minutes' time, our competition will launch over on Patreon. So if you're a patron of the channel, we've got a brand new Sudoku hunt, The Labours of Rostam. Again, my screen must have moved. Here it is. Rostam was, I think, the greatest hero in Persian history. I'm not actually sure if Rostam was real or not. But anyway, we've made a Sudoku hunt built around his legend, and lots of puzzles for you to do. It's going live any moment now. The prize, as usual, as it's been for the last few months, is the chance to make a Sudoku video with me that will appear on the channel. So we'll solve a puzzle together. So if that appeals, do have a go. If you're not a patron, do consider joining us there and supporting the channel. It keeps the channel going, and it's a couple of bucks a month. And we think, we would say this, but I think we can justify it. It is the best value sort of couple of dollars you could possibly spend in terms of the pleasure you'll get from all the puzzles. You could go to the cinema. It probably cost a lot more than $2, and you definitely won't get as many hours of fun. That's what that's the claim, and we think it's justified. So anyway, that's all over on Patreon right now. I'll try and remember to put a link on the screen. And I've got birthdays to do today, actually. Let me look at my list of birthdays. Yeah, we'll start with Albert. Albert, over there in Copenhagen, your roommate and good friend Anders wrote in and said, could I wish you a happy birthday? Well, I certainly can. The 2 of you both watch and are apparently now employing bobbins in everyday life. And, well, there are much worse things to say than bobbins. So I think bobbins is euphemistically a good idea. And Albert, I hope you have a great birthday today with some properly iced chocolate cake, which basically means mainly icing. Next one isn't a birthday, actually. Destiny. Your husband Kyle wanted to wish you a very happy 12th wedding anniversary. And basically the email, Destiny, was a litany of compliments about how wonderful you are. I'll read just some of them. Kyle wrote that growing old with you continues to be a dream come true. He's so proud of the life you've built together. And he loves you, basically. I mean, there were a lot of other things besides, but Destiny, I wish the 2 of you a fantastic wedding anniversary. It's a good excuse for cake, isn't it? Next, someone I'm a bit jealous of, actually, Harry. Harry, you've turned 23 today, and I know this because your girlfriend Emma wrote to us. And said the 2 of you are going to the Royal Armouries in Leeds today. I wasn't jealous of that, but you're going to see Oasis on the 3rd. I am jealous of that. So enjoy that, the two of you. And Harry, have a brilliant birthday today. And then finally, Maddie. Maddie, you've turned 23 as well. And I know this because your sister Phoebe wrote to us and told me that the two of you have been watching since lockdown, so thank you for doing that. And Maddie, I understand you're studying to be a doctor at the moment, so the best of luck with those studies. I know it can be a bit interminable, the sort of studying to be or doing all the medical. It's like 5 years or 6 years of study, isn't it? So Maddie, good luck with it all, and I hope you get some great chocolate cake today. That's all the news. Let's have a look at another mismatch by Chan Erturan. The rules are really short. The rules are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply, so we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Okay, you get given digits in Chan's puzzles. The purple line consists of a set of consecutive digits in any order. Okay, so that is a very short line. So if this was a 1, these two squares would have to be 2 and 3 in some order, in order to ensure that the set of digits is consecutive. Digits in a cage sum to the number given in the cage, so those 5 cells sum to 27, those sum to 9, etc. And digits may not repeat within a cage, and the only cage that could have a repeated digit, in theory at least, was this one, but you mustn't have a repeated digit in that cage or you'll break the rules of the puzzle, and they are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play Let's Get Cracking. And I have actually got, there's loads of 3s, 6s, so 3 6s and 2 9s. I think how many 3 6s? Actually, I can get a 6 in the middle box just by Sudoku. I mean, Chan, what are you playing at? Making me do Sudoku in your Sudoku puzzle. 3s. I can get a 3 as well. Oh, hang on, I can get more digits here. That's a 3, because you can't put a 3 in a cage of 2 digits that adds to 3. That's got to be a 1-2 pair. This is very odd, actually. It's really very strange for me to be faced with a puzzle where I can actually just write in digits. Because effectively, I mean, these could have almost been givens, couldn't they? Oh, okay, so it's now going to become a problem. Although it does feel like there might be more to do here. Can we do anything with 9s? 9s look like they're trying to be interesting. You couldn't put a 9 in a 3-cell cage that adds up to 9. Yeah, it feels like there's something going on around the edge of the grid with 9s. So sort of 9s are in... You can't put 9 in a 3-cell cage that adds to 10 either. So 9s are in that pattern. Which I think means... I mean, this is a very peculiar thing to note, but... If you've been watching the video for any amount of time, you'll know my brain is a bit peculiar. This sort of hinge here, that's how we could view that, isn't it? The 9 is in one of those green cells. And that's going to have a bit of an impact on either box 3 or box 7 or both. Because, I mean, imagine the 9 was here in box 9. Then it's going to knock itself out of this domino and it's going to plonk itself here. And similarly, if the 9 is in any of those cells, it's going to plonk itself here. So we know that one of these cells, one of those cells that I'm flashing orange in the final grid will be a 9, and possibly both of them. Although, if this was a 9, you couldn't put 9 in the 27 cage. Now, I don't know if you need a 9 in the 27 cage. Actually, no, you don't. You don't. Because you could do, well, I know 8, 7, 6 and 5 add up to 26. And that would only be 4 digits. So I could add a 1 to that to get 27. So I don't think you need a 9. Although... that 27 cage can't have a 6 in it, I'm noticing. Or a 3. So, right. Oh, this is weird, actually. This is weird and potentially important. Right. I'm now going to claim that 27 cage does have a 9 in it. And the reason I'm getting that is from the secret. Now, if you're new to the channel, you may not know the Sudoku secret, and it's something I share with only my very favourite people. If you're watching the video, of course you're one of my favourite people, and I will share the secret with you. The secret of Sudoku is that the 9 Sudoku digits sum to 45. So, what we could say is the sum of a complete row is 45, the sum of a complete column is 45, the sum of a complete box is 45. And imagine you had a 9-cell cage. Well, because you can't repeat a digit in that cage by the rules of Killer Sudoku, that cage would sum to 45. Now look at this cage. They are 5 different digits summing to 27. But none of those digits is 3 or 6. So we could imagine we added the 3 and the 6 to this cage, then we would have 7 different digits that sum up to 36. But there are 9 digits in Sudoku, so the 2 digits that wouldn't be in our hypothetical cage, which was 9 cells large, would add up to 9. They would add up to the difference between 36 and 45, the secret. And there would be 2 of them, so they cannot include 9. So 9 is in this cage, and 9 is in one of those 2 cells. Well, okay, so 9 is in one of these 2 cells, and therefore this cell cannot be a 9 in box 7. So we can take 9 out of here. So 9 in box 7 is in this bottom domino, so it's not in those cells. So it's now in one of those cells, which I'm going to start pencil marking, which means it's not in this domino and it is here. And now it's there. It's definitely there. Actually, I'm going to make all the 9s green because it can't go in a 6 cage. And now... No, actually I was going to say now, whoops, whoopsie. So I was going to say now it's here, but it actually could be there. So I'm not sure about that. So how many 9s did we earn from that exercise? 9 is in one of 2 places in box 2. It's actually in 3 different positions in box 8, I think. Because of this pencil mark 9 here. So okay, let's lose the purplification. I don't think that was really serving a purpose. And well, a 6 cage has only got 2 options. That's either going to be 1 5 or 2 4. And okay, and let's just focus a bit more or a little bit harder on Sudoku with 6s, perhaps. Yeah, I mean, look at that. If 6 goes in this 10 cage, then 3 would go in this 10 cage as well. It would be 1 3 6, because the other 2 digits as well as the 6 would have to add up to 4. And they couldn't be 2 2s. That would definitely break Sudoku. So this would be 1 3 6. So if that was 1 3 6, 6 would not be in this 9 cage. Oh, yeah, there's something here, isn't there? There's something... That's actually weird. Hang on, how did I not know that before? I've just had a really weird thought about a 3-cell 9 cage that I definitely didn't know. And let me tell you, I thought I knew everything about a 3-cell 9 cage. There are so many 3-cell 9 cages that I've thought about in my life. That's really weird. I'm actually questioning whether I... No, it's definitely... This is a very peculiar thing. Okay. I do not know why I've not put this together before, but a 3-cell 9 cage... Well, let's talk about 3-cell 9 cage, because the thing I didn't... Well, the two things I knew about it were the following. There are 3 different ways of making 9 in 3 different digits in Sudoku. And those 3 ways are 126, 135 and 234. Now the second thing I knew about a 3-cell 9 cage, which can be distilled from the first thing, is that there must be 2 low digits in a 3-cell 9 cage, by which I mean 2 of the digits 1, 2 and 3. Because if there aren't, then the minimum that the 3 cells could add up to would be 1 and 4 and 5, and 1 plus 4 plus 5 is 10. So there are always 2 low digits. However, I've just realised that a 3-cell 9 cage either contains a 3 or a 6. Which I definitely... I mean, it's sort of obvious. But it's just not the way I've ever thought about them. Because either the 9 cage is 126, in which case it has a 6 in it, or if it doesn't have a 6 in it, it's 234 or 135. So it has a 3 in it. So I don't actually know if that matters, but it feels like it might matter because we've got so many 3s and 6s in the grid. What got me thinking about this was if this 10 cage contained the digit 6, I could see it had the digit 3 in it as well. So that would be 136. 6, because 6 is in this domino in box 6. If 6 was in the 10 cage as well, there would be 2 6s in those 5 cells. So there couldn't be a third 6 in this 9 cage. Otherwise there would be 3 6s in 2 columns of the Sudoku. So this would contain a 3, which would put 3 up here. And then 1 and 2 couldn't be on this Renban. Oh, this is... Okay, it is to do with 3 and 6. What have you done here? Oh no, there is something. There's definitely something. There's some sort of cycle in the grid. It's to do with... I haven't got this yet, but I think there's something going around those cells to do with 3s and 6s. One thing I've just noticed is that this Renban either has 3 or 6 on it, I think. It can't have both, obviously. It's only got 3 cells. 3, 4, 5, 6 is 4 cells. How could it not have 3 or 6 on it? There's not enough space. If you imagine the digits 1 to 9 laid out in front of you, and you chop off 9, because 9 obviously can't be on this Renban, and then chop 3 and 6 out of the remaining options, you only get 2 digits in a row for the rest of it. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7, 8. So there is 3 or 6 on this. And so each one of these triominoes that are orange, no, not this one necessarily. Each one of these triominoes contains 3 or 6. So I don't know. I haven't quite got what this does. I think it's either going to make this 136 or it's not going to make this 136. Let's make that a different colour. So hang on, let me think this through. So if 3 is on this one, and 3 or 6 is on this one, if 3 is on this one, then 6 is on that one. And then... But then I don't think I know anything about the 10 cage, do I? I know it's then not got 6 in it, because there's a 6 here, and there would be a 6 here. So 6 would be, 6 would be a domino with 9 in box 9. But I don't think that means that 3 has to be in the 10 cage. Does it? No, it definitely doesn't, because that could be 2, 4, 5. No, it can't be 2, 4, 5. That doesn't add up. 1, 4, 5 it could be. That doesn't have 3 in it, and it doesn't have 6 in it. No, okay, so maybe I've got the wrong end of the stick then. What about this one then? So where did I start this with? This being having 3 in it, on it. If that has 3 on it, then it doesn't have 6 on it. So if this has 3 on it, that has 6 on it. So it would be 1, 2, 6. But that's the same as that one. Is that? I'm not sure that's even right. I'm actually going to put it in. I'm just going to hypothesize this has got 3 on it. If it's got 3 on it, I can see 3 cannot be in here because of this 3. So this is 1, 2, 6. And I can see that because 6 in box 1 is now not on the Renban, 6 in box 1 is now here, which seems to mean that 6 is in that 9 cage. So this is also 1, 2, 6. But now 3. Now 3 is in the 10 cage by Sudoku, because 3 in box 7 is now there. So 3 is in the 10 cage. Oh, this is really peculiar. Okay, let's try it the other way round. What happens if 6 is in that one? If 6 is in, or 6 is in, 6 is on this line, then 6 is here, then this has to have a 3 in it. So this wouldn't have a 3 in it, and it wouldn't have a 6 in it. Because once it can't have 3 in it, this 10 cage can't have 6 in it. Because if it has 6 in it, it's 6, 1, 3. So if this has 6 on it, what else does that do? That means 3 is in this one. Right, so these two always mirror each other, I think. This one and this one are always the same flavour of well, no, that's not strictly true. They either are both 1, 2, 6, or they both have 3 in them. Now, if they both have 3 in them, they obviously don't have to be the same, because one could be 2, 3, 4, and the other could be 1, 3, 5. But from the dichotomy of the 3s and the 6s, they are the same. Now let's just continue the thinking. If that has 6 on it, then 3 is up here. 3 is in here. So 6 in this box is over here. That's impossible. Oh, this is really, I mean, it's magical in a way. this is the way these digits dance round is really weird. I don't think that can have 6 on it now, because I think you run into a problem in this. Well, it's sort of the interaction of box 3 and box 9, because I think you end up with a 6 over here in box 3 and the 6 down here in box 9, but it's quite complicated to see this. Let me just think this through again, because there's a 3 here. If there's a 6 here, there's a 3 here, which means there's no 6 in this purple one. And oh, hang on now. Now I'm getting myself confused again. 6 here means 3 here and 3 here. So 3 is there. So there is no 3 in there. So that, yeah, so there is no 6 in there, because they would need, and then the 6 has to go over here where it's going to clash in column 9. Wow, that is very complicated. That is, I think there's going to be a better way of seeing this as well. I think I've now understood that there's an interaction. I just have to articulate it a bit more, in a little bit more of a intelligent way. Now, how do we do that? How do we do that? It might be that I'm not meant to start here, actually. I wonder if that would make things clearer. Starting from here means you have to do a lot of heavy thinking. Let's try that one instead, because that I can see immediately. If this has 6 in it, then because I've got 6 here, you can't put 6 in this 10 cage. So you can't put 3. Oh no, you could put 3 in it. Sorry, that's incorrect. So there would be a 6 over here. Now, if on the other hand you put 3 in this cage, then you have to put 6 on this Ren band, because you can't put 3 on it. Then you have to put 3 down here, which again means you can't put, yeah. So maybe, yes, maybe it's easier to see. I'm going to contend it's easier to see if you start with this one than this one. So let's go through it. Let's just recapitulate it, because it's absolutely beautiful the way this works. It's like the digits are dancing. Okay, so what we're going to say is we'll do it 2 ways. Starting off, this is the simple way. If there's a 6, and there must be a 3 or a 6, we've discovered that truth about Sudoku. So I've discovered that truth through doing the puzzle. There must be a 3 or a 6 in this 9 cage. If there's a 6 in it, we can see immediately. We've got 6 here, 6 here, so we can't put 6s in this 10 cage, and 6 is going to be in one of those 2 cells in box 9. If on the other hand, and this is more complicated, there is a 3 in here, now there can't be a 3 on this Ren band, so there must be a 6. Now because of this 6, there can't be a 6 in this 9 cage, so there is a 3. Now there can't be a 3 in this 10 cage, so there can't be a 6, and the 6 is still over there. So either way round, there is always a 6 in there, and that is a 6-9 pair, and that is what we have learnt. And now, please, well no, that does do something. That really does do something, because now we've also learnt that there's a 6 by Sudoku in this purple cage, which I think is going to imply that there's a 6 down here. But let's see if my colouring survives the test of time and the test of logic. There's now 1, 2, 6 triple. Oh, that's actually marginally interesting. In row 2, that's sort of my default setting at parties. Marginally interesting, worth sort of a curiosity, almost like you're in the zoo. Look, he's marginally interesting, but don't get too near him. He might bore you to death. Right, but in this 1, 2, 6 triple, the 6 is in this triple, isn't it? It's in this domino, so that can't be a 6, or we couldn't make row 2 work. Now, how does this thing work then now? Do we actually know, or do we just not know? Yes, we do know. Because look at the way the 3s are going to play. This is it's absolutely magical, this. There is now a 3 up here in box 3. So now there is a 3 by Sudoku, of all things, on this funny thing here, on the Renban. So now there cannot be a 6 on the Renban. So there's a 6 in here. And now there is a 6 in that 9 cage. So it does work the way I thought it did. It's complicated to see, but it's true. So this is 1, 2, 6. That's not 6. And what does that mean? Well, okay, one thing that means is that in this box, where is 3? And the answer is it's in the same cells I've got the 9 penciled into. So this is 3, 9. There is now a 3, which is in one of those cells in the yellow 10 cage, which I think we had established before that it was either going to contain 3 or 6. It was just a surprising thing to note. So this cage contains... Oh, okay, we know what this is, actually. Because it's got 3 in it, so it's got 2 more digits that add up to 7. But they aren't 1, 6, and they can't be 3, 4. So they are 2, 5. So this is 2... This is 2, 3, 5. Now what that means... Ah, yeah, this is lovely. Right. Okay, now we're going to have a little think about this cage, I think. Because there's a 2 in this yellow cage and there's a 2 in this purple cage. That is the 2s that are required for these 2 columns. If you can't see that, and I know I know some people struggle with this, so let me just go over that again. If we ask a very simple question, how many 2s are there in the correct solution to this puzzle in column 7? Hopefully you will say there's 1, 2. How many 2s are there in column 8 in the correct solution to this puzzle? You'll say there's 1, 2. So in these 2 columns, we've agreed there are 2 2s. But I know there's a 2 in yellow and I know there's a 2 in purple. So can we have a third 2 in this 6 cage? No, we can't. So this 6 cage is now 1, 5. And now, where is 1 in column 9? It's not there, it's not here, so it must be in the corner. Where is 5 in column 9? It's got to be in one of 3 places. Where is 2 in column 9? It's in one of 2 places. What are those digits? 4 and 7. Where's... Oh, no, this is a good question. Where's 2 in row 9? Because again, we've got this 1, 2, 6 triple, so 2 can't be here. I've got a 1, 2 pair there, so 2 can't be there. So 2's placed. 2 is in one of... Whoopsie, terrible pencil mark. 2's in one of 3 places in box 5. These 2 digits, I want to say, are 5 and 8 in some order by Sudoku. And that's going to be very important for the following reason. This digit is not 6 anymore. It's because of the 1, 2, 6 triple, so that's a 6. Let's double click our 6s and have a stare at those. Okay, that staring hasn't worked. Do we know what this Renban is then? It's 3 cells long, so it could go as low as 1, or it could go as high as 5. So perhaps that is a legitimate. Well, oh, well that's not 3. These two squares are not 1 or 2 because of this 1, 2, 6 triple. So, yeah, so 4 is on the Renban now, definitely, because it's 3 is in one of these two cells, as well as a higher number that is 4 or 5. So 1 is not on this Renban anymore. It's either 2, 3, 4, or it's 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure which of those is true. Sorry. Is this obvious? What about... We can't do more with my 9s, my original 9s, can we? Actually, I don't think we know much more about 9s than we did before. Okay. I don't know where to look now. We could look at... If that's a 2, then that's a 2. And I don't think we would care terribly much about that. I'm sorry if this is obvious to some of you. I don't know what to do. What about... Oh. Have I got some sort of triple here? Yeah. Or is that a quintuplet? On 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6? I think it is. I might be wrong about that. I'm actually going to just spend a minute just staring at this and trying to convince myself it's true. That is definitely... I mean, the options seem to... In fact, where's the 3 if that's true? Yes. Okay, a simpler way to see it is to look at those digits, isn't it? That is a 1, 2, 5, 6 quadruple. So this cannot be 2 or 5 and has to be 3. And now this has to be 3, and we're off to the races again, perhaps. Well, yeah, in this column, this can't be 6 anymore, because we know that the 6... In fact, that's a 1, 2, 5 triple. That's the simpler way of seeing it. So that's 6, that's 6... This is now 1, 2 pair. So that digit's the same as that digit. Nearly. That's nearly an intelligent comment. Oh, no. Right. Where are these two digits in this column is a good question, because they're not there. This is a 1, 2, 6 triple, and they're not here, so they are there. That's a 1, 2 pair, and we know the order. So that's 1, that's 2. This, oh, whoopsie, that's 2 by Sudoku. These are now not 2. This is 2 by Sudoku. How many 2s have we got in the grid? A few. No, we can't. I don't... Oh, hang on. And that could still be a 2, could it? I've got to be more careful. I've got to be very careful with my pencil marking for 2s. Okay, what about this then? If that's 1, 2, 3, can we do something intelligent with this? There's no 7. There's something here. There's no 7 in the 27 cage now. The way I've got that is from the secret. We worked out earlier that there was no 3 and no 6 in the 27 cage, and that allowed us to deduce that there were 2 other digits missing missing from it that sum to 9. And now you can't put 2 in it because of these 2's. So we can't put 7 in it. So the digits, the exact digits missing from the 27 cage are 2, 3, 6, 7. So, this is good. Right, so it has to have 1 in it. Where's that going? It's not there, or there, or there, or there. It's got to be there. And that displaces, we know there's a 9 in it from the work we did earlier. So that 9 is now here, and that's going to do my green 9s at long last, or at least some of them. Hang on. Oh, no. Okay, and I get a 3 for my troubles. All my colouring has gone completely all over the shop, hasn't it? I'm sorry about this. Do I not get all the 9s from this then? Oh, look, I could have got this 9. Oh, goodness. I could have got that 9 and that 6. So I could have got that 6. Now I've got a 1, 2 pair here. That's good. So this is 2, this is 5. So 5 is now in one of 2 places in column 5. And what about, okay, let's just double click. I've got all the 6s. Have I got all the 3s? I've got all the 6s and all the 3s. I'm probably not very surprised about that. And okay, and what are these digits then in the remains of the 27 cage? Because we know what they should be. They are not 2, 3, 6 or 7. So they are 2, 3, 6, 7. They are 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, 8 is what they are. Let's just double check. Let's put that in and just check the maths is working there. That's 10 and 17, 27. That's correct. Okay, so we've got 4, 5 and 8 to put in here. 8 is not there. And right, where is 8 in that box is a nice question. Because the 8 in this 27 cage now is in this domino. We'll go for more colours. It's in there, isn't it? I don't want to put the corner pencil mark in because it's cross box and I'll get confused. But there's an 8 in one of those. There's an 8 there. So that's 8. That's 8 now. Oh, this might have been available already from this column. What have we got here? 4, 5, 7. To complete column 9. What are those 2 digits? 4 and something. 4 and 7 perhaps. Oh, that must do something. Doesn't it do anything? Oh, bobbins. Maybe it doesn't do anything. 4, 5 and 7 are also to be placed in row 7, I'm seeing. It feels like it must... Or is it to do with those digits, maybe? Or, no, hang on, what about row 5? I've got a lot of 4, 7 again in row 5. 4, 7, 4, 7. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. Where do you think we're meant to look? I haven't got a clue. That 5 is doing some work. 5. That's actually a really useful 5. That's giving me a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 1. Oh, please. I thought I was going to get all of these 1s and 2s disambiguated, but apparently not. 2 is in one of those 2 cells, it could still absolutely be here, and it would be useful because that would give us a 4 here. Whereas if this is 2, that's going to resolve my 2 and my 1. There is definitely a 1 in one of those 2 cells by Sudoku. And I'm not sure what we do with that, really. Could it be... don't know. Not entirely sure where to look either. We could try... let's make sure that we've coloured all our 9s in case that leads to some sort of epiphany. I don't think it... oh, that shouldn't be green. I think the 9s that I've got left to place are in sort of X-wing position, so I don't think we can do that. I really don't know where to look. Can we say anything about anything useful about 8? 8s are in those cells. Oh yeah, no, I can. Right, where's 8 in box 1 is a good question. Because this 8 and this 8, they sort of pinch the corner, and they're going to pop an 8 in here, and that is useful. Actually, that's really useful, because now my 8 in my 27 cage has to be here. So let's stick with, oh yeah, let's stick with 8s for a moment. Because now I've got an 8 there, and that's displaced my 9. So that's a 9, that's a 9, that's all your 9s that belong to us. And many of your 8s belong to, many of your 8s belong to us. That's got to be an 8. And our final, oh, we've got a final X-wing of 8s at the bottom of the grid, but that was still better than we thought. And let's remember that now 2 is here, which feels like a breakthrough, because now that must be 4 rather than 5. So this is lovely. This is lovely. So that's a 5, and that sort of communicates through the W pentomino of cageliness with this cell. So this is a 5-4 pair now. This is now a 5-7. Oh, the 5-7 pair, which is resolved. That 2 resolves the 2 and the 1. That resolves the 1 at top. God, this is special. This is a 5 now. That's a 7 by Sudoku. This is a 5 by Sudoku. This is 4 or 7. This cell here. And that seems to make a pair in the column, doesn't it? So these should be 1 and 5, and we can do that. So this is 4 or 7. This is an 8 in the corner, so that's an 8, that's a 5. What's that digit? 4 then. I hope this isn't a deadly pattern. Ah, that 7 could be important, because that's going to interrupt the deadliness of what was... oh no, nearly anyway. Is this... no, it's still a bit deadly looking. What's that digit? 5. And then this 4 is useful. Oh, or this 7, depending on how we want to think about it. So that's probably going to unwind everything. That is a beautiful puzzle. Good grief, yes. Solution is correct. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I certainly did. That was fascinating. And we discovered a new truth again. I had a truth the other day. Yeah, I had this amazing truth that was revealed to me in a puzzle to do with the sort of checkerboarding effect. And I won't tell you it in case you haven't seen the puzzle, but there was an amazing truth I discovered then. And I've just discovered a new truth, which on some level I must have known. I've just never I've never thought about it and never realised it's true. But every 3-cell 9 cage in Sudoku either contains a 3 or a 6. And I think that was pretty important as a sort of fact that you have to learn to solve this puzzle. It's beautiful and brilliant. And Chan deserves all the credit in the world. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.